Hello again, my name is Ezra, and welcome back to Bioshock 2. We just started the game, we got a good ways into it, and this time, unlike Bioshock 1, they actually already told us who we are. Or, for the most part. We're Big Daddy, and we're looking for our little sister. I missed. But we still don't technically know who we, really are. Oh, hello. What's up?
You see? This is why I must fight Sophia Lamb. She is using the new little ones for something.
Yeah, they've started making new little sisters.
If I do not, more children will die for my sins. And the Rapture nightmare it will repeat forever. Now, we must talk.
Citizens of Rapture, this is Subject Delta. Behind that mask hides an enemy of the people, without soul or sympathy. It is a beast apart, and as family, we must tear out its jaw and drive it back into the sea.
Lamb will take this place apart to find you.
Alright.
Please hold back the splicers until we escape.
What, are they magically aware that I'm here? Use trap rivets. Ow. Oh, wow, that's crazy that... Oh my god, that's insane. My god, they do so much damage. These trap rivets are bloody useless. I can't believe they perfectly placed it like that.
This can't be right!
Ow. How do I just hit you with melee?
Shit! Here's your salvation!
My god. I can't hit a single shot.
Thank you.
Where's that achievement?
Now I must leave you, and I am sorry for this. But there are others I must help before the city drowns. This man Sinclair, he is an ally, and will guide you to Eleanor. Goodbye, Herr Delta. And good luck.
Alright, so my name is Delta.
Well, look at you. A bona fide knight in armor, complete with iron horse. The name's Augustus Sinclair, sport, Esquire. Old Tannenbaum and I share an interest in the old Fontaine building, the very same place you'll find Eleanor Lamb. I think you and I can do business. Take the train to Ryan Amusements. I'll see you shortly.
So this is how far we're going. So Ryan Amusements, Pauper's Drop, Dionysus Park, and then Fontaine Futuristics. That's all the sectors of the game we're going through, presumably. So we know that we're a Big Daddy, but we don't really know what that means. Presumably, we're just as brainwashed as, the little sisters and stuff were. You are looking at me through the wall. Well, that's not what I wanted, but that's what happened. It's shift. Why is shift the melee button? Yeah, the control swapping between games is really annoying. But it is what it is. Yeah, so the Sophia Lamb person has come back to Rapture and has just taken over and started making little sisters again. So So our goal is just kind of to save the one specific little sister, which is also Sophia Lamb's daughter. I don't know why she's making little sisters, though. Unless she wanted to bait Tenenbaum into coming back to figure out how to cure
Whoa
her
there.
daughter.
Now better apply the brakes unless you're aiming to dash yourself against that glacier up ahead.
So we're gonna get the incinerate thing again and be able to burn our way through it.
As you can see, Chief, the station here's iced over. To reach Eleanor Lamb at Fontaine headquarters, we'll have to clear the way. Now, in order to melt that ice, you'll need a plasmid like a handful of hellfire. We used to sell a fine old product called Incinerate in the amusement park up yonder. Go on and find a way in. I've already been on all the rides.
I love this guy's, like, speeching pattern. It's like, Bioshock 1 was all, like, old-timey, but he's, like, old-timey and southern. It's just a fun combo. Also a whole bunch of oil here, so we will be getting incinerate, and we'll be using it here. Beans, coffee, garbage that I can't take. We will be reborn. She is our salvation. Oh, Eleanor's progress.
Eleanor is progressing brilliantly. My physical participation in her birth was minimized, of course. It is vital that I am unhindered by nature's crude bias. I will be, above all,
I'll have to
her
burn it and I get
intellectual
that stuff back.
progenitor.
Okay.
Loyal not to her, but to the people she will ultimately save. But I admit, it is with some measure of pride that I review her marks in standard intelligence tests. As an agent of our beliefs, she may surpass even me.
Interesting. So even though Eleanor's her daughter, she's still just using her to, like, create a new level of evolved human, essentially. That's what it sounds like. So she doesn't care about saving or fixing her daughter.
Insert your ticket now.
She just wants
for children under 3.
to use her for her own, like, special game. Curious, I bet it would be a pretty interesting twist, or interesting reveal, if it was, like, she, like, volunteered her daughter to become a little sister, just for the, like, immortality that gives it her, basically. Because, like, all the little sisters were basically indestructible. And that was, like, a canon thing.
You're a rare old model, son. Alpha series, I believe.
One didn't.
Now, Rapture's full of scientific wonderments just like you. And if we can sell them to the world at my price, well, curing your condition ought to be a cakewalk. Once we find Eleanor, the sky's the limit.
Okay, so this guy came back with Tenenbaum because he wants to make a profit off of the tech in this place. Because why wouldn't you? That's like a minigun. Can I have that? No. Oh, these are like cop hats. Upgrade the drill. Just increase our rivet gun, why not? I completely lost track of what I was saying, though. It would be cool if it revealed that she volunteered her daughter on purpose, because we saw in the first game that until we, like, cured the little sisters of their, like, atom dependency, Tenenbaum even said it, like, they still had the psychological dependency, like, the need to withdraw atoms from corpses, but they were no longer, like, fueled by it. And they were invulnerable while they were fueled by it, but afterwards they were no longer. Because the one that we had to do our escort mission for was not immortal. Oh, right, I forgot about this. Wow, it, like, slowed down. There we go. So much easier than the first game's hacking was. And I still failed it.
Jam dandy. That'll get you in the park.
Sister.
But buying Incinerate's gonna cost Adam. It's a sort of genetic goo that lets you rewrite whatever God gave you. The little sisters carry the stuff, as you may recall, so you'll need to locate one. I heard
just saw
whispering
one.
near the El Dorado Lounge. Have a look.
What's up, homie?
What?
So you were able to get it open, but I couldn't? Just hold to display the weapon radio. Just hold what? It didn't say what button.
Listen up! Choppers! Get yourselves hid! No fuck-ups this time! Daddy's home! Fire!
Cause has no need of a
Who's hitting me? Who the hell? Man, this machine gun sucks. Ow.
I hope it was a fun night.
Man, this game's a lot harder than the first one. Take it. I feel like I'm taking significantly more damage. And it's a lot harder to tell where people are.
Welcome to Ryan.
Sports moves. You picked up your first gene tonic. Alright. So this one just makes me run faster? Yep, you move slightly faster.
Please enjoy the park.
I feel like the directional audio is harder to tell in this game. Maybe I'm just crazy. That is a hole. I have such a hard time focusing during these games. I'm not going to listen to all this. I'm not interested.
After initial supplies have been brought to the seafloor, the platform is...
Okay, I'm a little interested. It's talking about how they built Raptor. Oh, do I already... I forgot I
was
picked up
hired
one
to
of
engineer
these.
a park the likes of which no man has seen. Now all I do is watch over it like a grizzled sheepdog. My first line of mechanical puppets made the children here cool with wonder. But Ryan thought my vision was immature. Antiquated, he said. This place could have been something magical. But instead, he turned it into a school. No, a cathedral. Dedicated to himself.
Yeah, that sounds like Ryan. Right, because this is supposed to be an amusement park, but it's all just how Rapture was built. Sucking off Ryan's. Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying before, I have a hard time focusing during this gameplay because there's always, like, so much lore everywhere you go. Like, somebody starts a conversation or there's one of these lore packs lying around, and I'm constantly trying to, like, think about the implications of everything, try and, like, think about the story, trying to articulate it in a way that makes sense of, like, what my theory is. And I have to speak and be both coherent and entertaining at the same time. I'm not always that entertaining.
Until you arrive, Father, I'm trapped here. Smuggling these gifts out is the most I can do to help.
Who said that? And where? See, like, unless I stand still, stuff is constantly happening. So it's difficult to, like, ever actually finish a thought unless I just stand still, which I don't want to do that. Eat dog. Oh, I didn't hit the last diary. I meant to... Oh.
In ethical psychiatry, we must account for...
Eleanor Lamb speaking. Mum says I'm not to play with the other children because they're being raised on a diet of dog-eat-dog. I wanted to see these dog-eaters, so I waited until Mum was gone and went out to find one. And guess what? The dog-eaters wear human skins. It makes them look just like us.
Okay, so she's being, like, hardcore brainwashed. Or raised to be a monster. There's a little sister ahead. To get to Adam, you must deal with her Big Daddy first. He will not attack until you do. Be prepared for a difficult fight. And they're giving me a thing. There's health. There's all this stuff around. Pop this open. Got a vending machine. Got a bunch of this stuff. Not sure I care all that much about any of this. More bullets. Grab rivets. That actually might be useful to set up.
Now that Big Daddy won't bite until you do. But to get to Lil Sis, you gotta put the old boy down for good.
Yeah.
I found one of those children at last. Filthy dress, all alone. I approached her, praying that it was my little girl. But she was gorging herself on blood from a corpse. It wasn't her. I stared, just reeling. And then that skinny, armored freak that took Cindy jumped me, shrieking like an animal. I escaped, but could Cindy have become one of those things? I've got to find her, now more than ever.
Alright. Oh, that just straight up works. Hold that. Alright. There we go.
Take a breath, son.
I didn't even take
did
damage.
It. Now, just let her ride on your shoulders and she'll trust you like her own daddy.
Don't worry. I'm a big daddy.
Daddy! You always save me from the monsters.
Adopt. Interesting.
We're in business.
Adopt a new little
there
sister
are
for the first
corpses
time.
all over Rapture, and little Dimples there can sniff out the atom on them. Find one.
There's an old R to ask her to lead you to an atom-filled corpse. Interesting. See, that's weird. So, your boy's talking to me, but I'm not, like, brainwashed or anything. Like, I'm still a big daddy.
Snoopy Adam, Daddy? Over there, we carry you.
It's like, it's kind of weird that, they're just, like, talking to me like I'm a normal person. But all of the other big daddies are,
to sit down to
like,
tea.
problem people. Oh, it's gonna be this corpse down here, isn't it? Yeah.
She's got a juicy one, but when she starts draining out the atom, the splicers will come running. Be ready before you set her down on that body.
That is a child of the family, not a toy for you to exploit and discard. It is fitting that you expire here. One more forgotten curio in Ryan's shrine to the self.
Here they come. Keep the splicers off her now till she's finished, or they'll never give up the hunt.
Oh, they can just drop down. Go pick up the little sister.
I'm always safe with Daddy.
Alright.
Now you know the stakes, son. But a plasmid costs a bit more atom yet. Keep it up.
Now I know the sick. I'm a big daddy. Shouldn't I have experience with this? Am I like freshly awoken and no longer under the brainwashing, or I don't know what exactly the narrative is here. Oh well, the way forward is opened. A lot of this stuff's really cool. I'm kind of curious about this history stuff. But also, God, it would take so long to stop and listen to every single one of them. This is actually something that I'm kind of curious about.
About this one. Make him listen!
See, none of my weapons are that accurate at that far of a range. Oh, come on.
The medicine! I need it now! This is illegal! You deranged fool!
You're low on Eve, but wealthy. Yeah. Chill.
Take!
Somebody didn't chill. Hacking that bot was busted. Put in a whole lot of work. There's seriously nothing around. Heavy rivet, hey.
And that's me. Huh?
Extra damage to all targets, okay.
I think all of the children have finally fallen asleep. And now that the park is all quiet,
Is that like
I can't sleep
the actual
myself.
Carnegie, or
I guess it's
just a coincidence
you and
name?
me, Mr. Voice Recorder. You, me, in 1959. I wonder what the new year will... What was that? Something's happened. The lights are going out. Kids, stay in your sleeping bags. It's gonna be fine.
What happened in 1960? I don't remember that as a significant thing. First game. Many much confusion. Can I grab the Tommy gun? No? Cool. Love that.
On the surface, the farmer tills the soil, trading the strength of his home and lands of his own.
Oh, this just automatically played.
Parasites say no. What was yours is ours. We are the state. We are gone. We demand our share.
Taxation is theft. Rah.
I'll send you the revelation.
I shot you in the head. How are you alive?
See?
Have I been able to open those other doors this whole time? Oh no, this is... Okay. So there wasn't a lever next to the other one. Because it's the way... shortcut. Take that.
And that child, you monster!
Shut up. Silence, woman. God. Secrets. Nope, just a coincidental thing to walk up. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Lamb is becoming a problem. The woman is a damned collectivist. Here in Rapture, how could the Council fail to see it? Worse, to hide her intent, she gulls these patients of hers into a religious frenzy. The new Kremlin will rise and swallow the Council House before they realize they've been had. I will not have my city swindled by the parasite, whatever its guise. It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
Sinclair.
And Finn. I suppose that now I know who my true...
Ryan makes for a great villain, because, like... He's... he's not wrong. Like, his idea of, like, be your own man is obviously, like, a very charming prospect. That is a floating umbrella. But, like, his execution is obviously terrible, and also, he just does it to, like, benefit himself. But then also, he just, like, has everything go to shit. But, like, he's so focused on the idea of every man for himself by, like, his own power that, like, he becomes against important stuff that actually matters. Or that would actually help his situation even more.
I've been rationing my supplies ever since the park got cut off from the rest of Rapture.
Oh.
Gotta stay strong. I'm holed up in this workshop, surrounded by those wailing brats, trying to beat their way in. They want my food, my guns. They want it all. But I got a plan. Gotta fix up the transport sub that's been rusting in the maintenance bay. Then I'm gonna get the hell out of this hole. These animals want Rapture? They can have it.
This will be pretty easy to defend. With our turret and our traps.
I do not hate you, Delta. Indeed, I care for you in equal measure to any other sentient creature. But I cannot sacrifice 1,000 of my children for one rebellious son.
Jesus. Oh, I'm standing in front of my turret is probably half the problem.
Speaking to you, who called this trash?
Running out of ammo.
Ridiculous!
Just let me! I gotta get into something.
Daddy, are you taking me home too?
Yep, we are good now.
All right, Chief, we've almost got enough Adam now. To get the rest, you'll have to take care of that little sister. There should be one of the air vents they favor in the workshop. Bring her down there.
goes all of my money. Or I guess looting all these corpses will give me some money. I don't know why it expects me to use the drill. Like, the drill's a pretty good weapon, but these things do so much damage that I can't really afford to stand still in melee. What was I saying? Yeah, Andrew Ryan's, like, the idea is good, but he was so locked into the idea of being, like, everybody for themselves that, like, nothing can actually go right. But overall, like, him owning everything, like, he kind of negates the idea of taxes, because if he owns everything, or he owns, like, the main business, and the city is his business, then, like, he can still fund everything to, like, keep it going. And then he also split it up between all the other, like, geniuses that were working for him, so they all had, like, their own businesses.
The cause! You're up.
Like, he handled it in a really good way. I don't have any plasma power. He handled it in a good way to, like, make himself the powerhouse. But once everything started falling apart, he really just did not want to abandon ship. Even though that probably would have been for the best at that point. I need an Eve needle.
Now, Tannenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. You'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But Rapture's a high-stakes town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
And I'll choose hers every time, because I'm a good person. And also probably because I'm brainwashed too, because I'm a big daddy. Oh, I hit shift to abort instead of lol. Controls for this sub is always kind of whack. It's literally just a Dead by Daylight skill check. Oh, the pep bar. It's granted me lightning powers. I thought you were alive and I was so ready to electrocute you because you were standing in water.
Welcome to the circus of value!
There are vita chambers just everywhere. Rescue or harvest her. If you harvest, you get maximum Adam, but she will not survive. Well, we're rescuing her, because duh, why wouldn't I? F to rescue. Okay. Why do I know how to rescue? Because in the last one was a special plasma.
Well, our Tin Man had a heart all along. Personally, I call that a liability, but you have enough Adam now. Barely. Head to the Hall of the Future and splice up with Incinerate.
Bob, why are you working with this guy if he doesn't care that much? Like, if he disagrees with what you're trying to do. I guess I'll leave this video here. We made good progress. Saved our first little sister. It's very interesting. Again, it's so difficult to talk about, like, my theories and what's going on in my head and continue forward at the same time, especially when so much lore is going on. I kind of want to replay this level and like listen to all the little bits of like how Rapture was made, because it'll probably explain some of the stuff I was talking about. Of, like the way that he formed this society is very cool, and obviously he set it up so he'd be on top. But I'm curious as to why it failed so hard. Because, like, obviously it's an incredibly volatile setup of, like, every man for himself. So some people, like Atlas, like Fontaine, are going to take advantage of that and, like, make it a hostile market and literally, like, try and take over. But your boy Ryan was ruthless enough to be prepared for that. He was ready to self-destruct the whole place. No one's taking anything from him. But, that didn't seem to be what happened. Like, people just started going crazy from the, Atom and from all the splicing. But Ryan never, like, outlawed it or, like, made it stop. I mean, I guess he's kind of against laws. The only law being, like, don't fuck with Ryan. But, like, everybody went insane, and the whole system broke down. And yet Ryan was okay with it. And, like, he was still fine with being the king of the trash heap as long as he was king. I'm curious as to why that is. And, like, if everybody just went crazy because they went crazy, which is still, like, odd. Like, Sophia Lamb is still here trying to make, I guess, I'm assuming that she's trying to make the perfect human. Like, she's come back to continue the great work. But this place is a dump. Like, why here? What's special about this place? Is it just the fact that there's so much Atom lying around and the Little Sisters research? Like, take your daughter and just leave. Okay. Drinking beer gives health or reduces Atom. Whoops. Yeah, but like, take your daughter and leave. Go and experiment on her somewhere that's not here. I guess the government really can't get involved here. Like, you don't really have to worry about anyone stopping your evil plans, but still, it's confusing. We'll just play the game and find out. But until then, thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!